listening?
Yeah, like all the time I'm listening.
WATB with Christian, Eric, and Carl sometimes.
Listen in your office, in your car, or even your neighborhood bar.
We're doing it. We're doing it. We're having fun. We're making it happen.
It's fun time.
Open your mouth, close your eyes. We're going to give you a big surprise.
And here it is.
Yes, welcome to Who Are These Broadcasters, joined by your two favorite reindeer just trying to stay off Santa Carl's naughty list. I'm Christian Bladt. That right there is the EZ himself, Eric Zane. Hello, sir.
My friend, how are you? And you're absolutely right. Got to stay under the radar. Let all that drama with all the tough guy shows fight it out. And we'll just stay here, mind our own business, and be amazing.
Yeah, I think we do, exactly. That's what we want to do. And you know what? If we can go into the Hall of Fame by being lifelong AAA players, I think it'll be all right. You know what I mean? I don't want to come up to the show. Let's stay right here where we're best,
Best job in football, backup quarterback. Hold the football, all the money, no the pay, and none of the pain, all the chicks. It's fantastic. We are the backup quarterbacks.
And I have no idea why Eric just put this chat on the screen. Eric, you're in charge of the super chats, and I don't know why you put that one up there. I'm not going to read it, okay? Because that's not my job. I don't read the super chats.
Yeah.
Although I did pop on Point Dabble Point on Friday, and Carl pointed out that because I never read the super chats here, I had to read all the super chats on Point Dabble Point. But it's good. I need the practice. It's a skill. I have to be able to build up that skill. But let's let everybody know how the super chats work before we dive into this week's clips, Eric.
Yeah, and I still think people are kind of getting it, but you could do so much better. Think about all of the things going on in the world that we could make Christian say as a sign-off. I really want you to dig deep on making him uncomfortable because he's really kind of buttoned up. This is a pretty conservative fellow. So if you make him say something really ridiculous and you pay for it, the highest bidder is going to be the sign-off for Christian. And then we can cancel him. All sorts of shit can be held over his head. So there you go. That's basically it. So the super chats are posted.
Yes, I would like nothing more than to have to say something on this show that got me uninvited from all Christmas proceedings outside of my own home, So please help me out. Do what you can. Conservative Atheist podcast says, I'm a big Eric Zane fan, as I told him on Twitter after his first appearance on Who Are These Podcasts? And Conservative Atheist, this was actually the one I wanted to get. I thought the show was live at 6 p.m. What he's referring to is the potato. Cardiff Electric insists that the show I'm on is Who Are These Socials, despite the fact that I've repeatedly told him that I can read a room. Although Blind Mike Geary has joined us, I'm not him. But anyway.
All true, and things to be considered in the dialogue of this show.
Mm-hmm. And what we really need to consider, though, is just diving right into local news.
Others imitate it. We appreciate it.
WATB, who are these local newscasters? Who are these newscasters?
So obviously, Eric, on this show, we play a lot of clips, especially in the local news arena, where people kind of misspeak and then they start laughing. And usually it's pretty funny. Would you agree? It's usually fairly enjoyable for those of us watching at home.
Yeah, I think so. As if it's genuine and real, sure.
Yeah. Well, sometimes I feel like you need to be there in the room and it's genuine and real. Maybe just for those people, and sometimes just someone else laughing. It's infectious. It'll make you laugh. You let me know when the infection grabs you in this clip from Sacramento.
This morning, visibility down to 1/4 mile in the Fairfield area. So if you're heading out to perhaps catch a flight in San Francisco, you run into a little bit of disability. visibility issues. All right. I know, I'm sorry.
Disability.
Oh, come on.
That's okay. There's also a lot happening in studio.
I got distracted.
And our boss, by the way, just showed.
So now a second lady.
Oh,
Can't
no.
believe she said disability.
Yeah, look at
And this
now.
third lady.
Yeah, she's turning her back to the camera.
Because it's just too funny.
Okay.
It's not that
Okay,
funny.
Good day, Sacramento. This is how your day starts. Yeah, she's like, no.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I
Yeah.
gotta pull it together.
Can you?
Pull it together.
Okay.
Pull it together.
Tracy also just came in. There's a lot happening. Okay.
Oh, jeez.
Whew. Tina, no more trees, okay?
No more trees.
Okay. We are talking about people, by the way, traveling.
Yeah. So, I mean, it catches on, and the three of them, and I was just like, all right, look, Eric, as we've established on this show, I'm like first in line to laugh at disabilities, and I think you're right there next to me, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't think she made a mistake. There's plenty of disabilities in San Francisco. Just walk down the goddamn street.
Yeah, we showed Ron DeSantis holding up that disability map. All those people who can't hold on to their bowels. You know, if you missed last week's show, that's going to be a little bit less funny, but that's all right. That's why you should watch every week. Like,
You should
like
know. You should know.
Yeah, like Seth Meyers says, you have to watch every episode of everything
Right.
he does to be able to enjoy any of it. Yeah, so you know, and that's kind of what struck me is just how hard they were laughing, and it was
Right.
it was just disability. Look, if she said like fuck truck instead of dump truck, all right, that's great. Everybody should be laughing, but she just said disability. You know,
You know, if only we had that type of reaction with Captain We Too Low, Holy Fook, Bang Ding Ow from that Asiatic air. Remember the clip? I think we've talked about it on here. If only if we had that type of reaction, that would have been fantastic.
If only we had it. Our next clip shows how versatile some of these local broadcasters can be. We're going to have to talk through a little bit of it because our audio audience is going to miss some of what's funny about it at first. So this guy walks up to the board. There's not a problem with my clip, but he clicks on his microphone. Okay, let's try the microphone again, Eric. You know that
Okay.
move. Okay, he's like, all right, so I've clicked it. Let's go ahead. You think a third time's going to help clicking on here? Okay. And instead, he's like, all right, I guess I'm just going to have to gesture that
He's
it's going to
rolling
be
with it.
windy.
Yes.
He's either giving blowies in the parking lot or it's going to be windy. I'm not sure which one. And he said the rain's coming. Oh, and look how cold he tells us it's going to be. He definitely took like a mime class at the community college. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, and then they give him a
Almost
little
back.
mic.
There we go.
There it is.
Listen, something just blew up in the back. So here we go. But thankfully, I'm a good mimer. 52, we've got some morning showers. That'll be wrapping up by midday with sunshine late today. Northeast wind at 5 to 10. Okay. God's in the back.
More.
Is this going to work? Can we
Got his
start the
finger in his
show?
ear. Wants to know if he can start the show.
Okay. 13 News This Morning starts right now.
Okay.
Live local now.
Yes.
That was fucking, he was handed a plate of shit.
Yep.
And son of a bitch, he did something with it. That's, you know, what he lacks in appearance because he's ugly, he makes up for in the sheer ability to think on his feet. That's not easy to do. I would have just freaked out and ran away. So I actually give that guy credit.
And how many clips have we seen either on this show or just in general where something goes wrong and then it's just deer in the headlights? This guy's like, all right,
yes,
I am going to make lemonade out of these lemons. And by the way, don't be too critical on the gentleman's appearance. That's in West Virginia. So I believe he's a West Virginia 6, just like our buddy Carl is a Rochester 8. And Vinny, by the way, Vinny Paulino's a Rochester 7. So, you know, there's a sliding scale, you know. I'm a Los Angeles -4, in case you were wondering.
Oh, come on. That's not true. You're a very handsome man. Give me a break.
+2. How about that?
Conservative atheist throws a $1.99, but still not getting it. Doesn't write anything for you to say. I don't know why this is so fucking hard. Thank you so much for the money. But I mean, make him say something. That's what you got to do.
Yeah, let's get into a fight with the super chatters.
I know, I love it. Thank you so much. But write something. In fact, you can even give us another one that you want Christian to say. I mean, if no one beats you, that would be next. Dust Cloud. Stephen Hawking is her comedian superhero for a $1.99. I guess he's what? I don't get it. What is he doing?
Well, so he's referencing the disability making her laugh so hard. So saying
Okay.
that Stephen Hawking would be
I got
her,
it.
superhero. Yeah.
Now I get it.
So I'm going to follow that clip up with a perfect example of someone who just can't roll with it. This clip is from a little while ago, but it comes from a friend. Now, Carl knows who this friend is, but the friend would like to not be identified. So a friend shares some really great clips with us. And let's see what's going on with old Rosie Woods here. She's got 20 seconds to shine here.
As well as what other supporters are saying and why they're now actually becoming.
Uh-huh. Wow. Rotation.
I'll get to it in about 30 minutes. Live in Warwick, Rosie Woods, Eyewitness News.
I'll get to it in about 30 minutes.
Boom goes the dynamite. Move over. Holy shit.
Yeah. I wanted to title this episode, I'll get to it in 30 minutes, but then we're gonna have a clip at the end of the show that took the title away from her, but I'll get to it in 30 minutes.
Oh my God, that is fantastic. Thank you again to Conservative Atheist. Those another $1.99.
For $1.99, we can promote his show. I think that's what he wants us to do. That's fine.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, now I get it. Now we're getting it. All right. Okay. Thank you very much.
Exactly. All right. We don't do a lot internationally, but wherever you live, local news is local news. So this is an Australian broadcast talking about a petition that was started by a British boy. All right, you can follow all of this, and it falls under the local news umbrella, though. So let's see what they have to say.
An English schoolboy, Teddy Cottle, is a legend and an activist. He's launched a petition calling on Apple to make big changes to the nerd emoji. Oh, no. 10-year-old Teddy believes it's offensive and insulting. It gives the wrong impression of people who wear glasses. So he's come up with his own emoji, replacing the toothy grin with a little smile.
It's not got the stupid teeth, it's got a little grey, and it's got a nicer name, the Genius emoji.
You got anything you want to say to Teddy, Eric?
Oh, I hope someone smashes him right in the head for this bullshit.
All I could hear when I heard him is, what a fucking nerd. Sit down, Waldo. All right?
It's just, God damn it. If we tried to do that when we were kids, get like a little uppity, I mean, we wouldn't even make it out the fucking front door, it'd be horrible.
I mean, I don't know about, I don't want to speak for you, but I feel like your parents probably would have been like mine, is like, no, you're not going on TV and talking about this bullshit.
No, you're going to embarrass the family and yourself. Shut the fuck up.
You're already enough of an embarrassment, Teddy. Okay. Let's not do any more damage. Okay.
Oh, fuck.
Anyway, I have been promising this for a few weeks, Eric. It is a return to our friend and yours, Julie Baker.
Oh, I love it.
You did have a super chat though that I didn't see until
yes,
just now. So
thank you. As we get ready for that, Kelly Riddle says, sorry for the other week, Christian, for $5. Is swear I thought Charlie Chaplin was German.
Yes, I swear I thought Charlie Chaplin was German, I think is what they're trying to say.
All right.
So Julie Baker, as we know, is the zany morning correspondent in Colorado Springs. And they had her, and by the way, on Julie's Instagram and YouTube, there's a 9-minute version of this clip. I've broken it up into 3. I've done what I can. Oh, that was a great one, though. Get that comment in there.
Sorry, we're bouncing around a little bit, but the previous story had the toothy emoji with the glasses. The Greater Good says that is now known as the Carl emoji. God damn it.
Oh, anyway, so Julie was covering, there was a fundraiser that was happening at a local tattoo shop, tattoo parlor. I don't know. I don't have any ink. Do you have any ink, Eric?
Just one.
Okay. I don't have any. So I don't know where one gets that, but somebody in the chat, tell me what a loser I am, because I don't know where somebody gets a tattoo. So they're talking to Julie. And I think jokingly a little bit earlier in the morning, they suggested she get a tattoo. And then let's see what she has to say about it.
Morning. Am I going to get peer pressured into getting a tattoo on live TV?
Do it, do it, do it.
No.
Ah,
I told you I can't commit.
There's
to
still time.
anything.
There's still time.
Maybe it'll happen.
What about Chris?
Oh, I don't know. Will Chris get tattooed behind the camera? Chris, shake us a yes or no.
No.
Their cameraman's not getting a tattoo.
He's getting married next year. That's the permanency that he
Oh,
is.
really? What?
I'm here to tell you a secret, Chris.
Marriage?
Can be done with $2,500 and a divorce lawyer.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about? Okay, I'm kidding.
By the way, I think she might have been talking to you directly, Eric. She said that you can fix a marriage with $2,500 and a divorce lawyer. So I don't know. She knows you're a fan is what I'm getting at. But
Right.
all right. So, there's the talk. She's really not having it. And we fast forward to a little bit later. Julie's in the chair. They're talking to her.
And listen, this is what I've been saying the whole time. You better come to me quick or the tattoo's going to be over because it's so huge.
It's a massive, massive wrist sleeve.
Look,
let's see it. Let's see it.
Is it happening? Chris, show
Chris, go down to the tattoo.
God,
Chris,
I can't even
show
look
it.
at her arm, by the way.
Oh, do you have any ink? Yeah, I got it. I got ink. Look how hard.
She's
You guys
getting the
should know.
flaming-
I don't think I
the
have
flaming
composure right
Cheeto
now. I just can't
tattoo.
believe. Can't believe where I'm at in life. I'm so proud of me.
I can't either.
Me's proud of me.
Yeah, and just
Ugh.
because of the lighting or whatever, you can't actually see it. It's
Yeah, it
apparently
looks
like a blue flame. They zoomed in, and for whatever reason, you couldn't see it. Probably because she's bleeding from her arm.
Right. That's
But,
really bad. It looks terrible.
It doesn't look great, but she's very proud of herself. And let's finish up this clip before we get to the final one. She's in a real moment in her life, I think.
Because I've been doing some wild things lately. Jumping out of planes. I booked a
Anal.
solo trip to Italy. I'm dating a really cute guy, sort of, but really, I don't know what's going on. David, thank you for being here.
Boo! All right, dating a really cute guy, but the rest of it sounds good. And come on, I doubt that anal's a new thing in on Julie's menu.
Yeah. I think one of the things about this crew is, I don't know, the banter is everyone's talking at the same time. It's even more awkward than you and I. And it makes us look like the Today Show.
Yeah, and I'm Al Roker for obvious reasons. Well, the Craig is the guy back in the studio. He really latched onto what she said about the guy, though. So this is the important thing to know. One, she got a tattoo, and let's just see where she's at. I feel like Julie might be vulnerable, but I don't know. You decide.
Julie.
Guys, I'm pretty hardcore. I'm thinking about buying a motorcycle later.
Hey, let's
As I
get to
sit
the
in a
big story.
flower.
Talked about Sue's gift, the tattoo. I thought this is all great. What about this guy you're dating? Where did this come from?
I don't know where it's going to go. I just thought it'd be funny to throw in there. It's probably not going to go anywhere.
Who is this
I
guy?
just thought it'd be funny to throw.
I hope it's not the asshole with that
Lure
hair.
into your web.
You mean the douche on the left?
Look at that fucking hair on that asshole.
Yeah,
Holy
yeah. We
shit.
all know which emoji he would like to replace.
Oh no! God damn! He cut it that way and said, "This looks good." Jesus.
Yeah. Unlike some of our friends, he doesn't get called a fruit because of the filter he uses on the internet.
Lure into your web.
Shut up, Ryan! Don't give it away.
Is this the neuro guy that flew into town for you?
Ow. Wow.
Oh, I don't
we're
know.
just spilling all
Oh.
It is, and he speaks 5 languages. Did I make him up? Maybe.
I just like how involved in her life they all are. That's part of the reason that I love Julie. And you're right, they do all talk at the same time, and I think that's because she's out on remote.
Yeah.
But so I want to know: are you at all intrigued that your girl Julie got a tattoo, or the fact that you can't see it? Does that work against her?
I'm just intrigued by Julie because I think she's really cute, but I don't like her on that show. Yeah, I think she actually can be kind of funny, but I don't know if in that dynamic of all that screaming at each other is good. I just don't like it.
What you need is her to either come by this show or the Eric Zane show.
I would love her to be on her. I would treat her with respect, no anal jokes, And
I
she
was
probably
going to say, I
laughed at
did just say that she's been doing anal for years. So I don't know if that's going to help.
I think she'd actually roll with it. I think she would take the energy that's given and would respond. I don't know. I think she's pretty good.
Well, I want to know what the audience thinks, because obviously we do what they want. Do we want more Julie Baker? Do we want to try and see this fucking tattoo at some point? Because they sure didn't have it in the 9 minutes that I scoured through.
I know what. Hey, I'll tell you what. I know what I want. My man.
Sit down, Zumach.
My man.
Oh, man. Is that really him?
I hope it is.
That avatar has a chin, so I'm fairly sure that's actually not Chad. But by the way, we have 74 people.
Please be Chad. Please be Chad. Just knowing that Chad is in the audience, if that's Chad, I would sit up taller. I would have a pep in my step, knowing that Chad is enjoying the show. That is, fantastic. Please.
The day early on when we got snipe streamed by Stutcho, that's still one of the greatest days of my life.
Yeah.
If Chad decides to snipe stream us, it would be an honor and a privilege and really painful to watch,
Again, we're the B team. We're the C team. We know that. We're not up there with the big guns like Chad. Okay?
Yeah.
We can't compete with that.
No, we didn't place fourth in Florida's funny comedian competition. We didn't even come close. Yeah.
Yeah. I pray that it is. I hope it is.
Well, we can hope that it is, but what we can also hope for is a little visit to the world of politics. And let's hear our little song here.
A lot of people talking about Christian and Carl's segment, making it great with who are these politics.
Now, I think a lot of people in the country are not really looking forward to the fact that, we're just a few weeks away from a presidential election year, especially this presidential election year, another Biden-Trump. I think it's going to be great for this show, Eric. We can talk another time how it would be for the country either way, but I think we're going to get some good stuff out of it. But I do want to remind people there are alternatives to those two. And I think even you aren't familiar with this alternative. As well-read as you are, I would like you to meet Paperboy Love Prince.
We need to spread love all across the world in a real way and take that very, very seriously. If you had war, some people, when they just hear shooting outside, they get afraid. And it's not a war. They're not coming for you. You get afraid. If there's an actual war on your soil, on your home, it's the most terrifying thing. But love, inspiration. If we actually tried that, if we put $800 billion into spreading love to folks, into supporting citizens in a way that starts.
So $800 billion funneled towards love. What could go wrong with that? What do you think is there's a lot to dissect here, and I apologize to our audio audience that is going to miss the fact. So his name is Paperboy Love Prince. He's got those glasses. He's got that turban. If you have to pick, where do you start? Which of these things is most ridiculous to you, Eric?
I think the most ridiculous thing is that C-SPAN said, yes, let's put him on. Because every presidential election is full of assholes who do this exact same thing. And basically all you need to do is wander around your house, make a costume like this dick did. Is that a Game Boy around his neck? Am I looking at a Game Boy DS around his neck? It's really strange to me.
I believe it. Well, if I had to guess, it's a Game Boy Color, if you know what I mean. But
you just go on there and you talk a little shit and you're on C-SPAN. That to me is the most ridiculous thing about this.
Well, what of course is ridiculous is I think even Paperboy Love Prince knows that he's never going to be president. And I also think that the four losers that took the stage in Alabama also know that they're not going to be president. Three of them, there's like a 0% chance. One of them, it's like a 0.5% chance. But I assume that not everybody took the time to watch the GOP candidates debate, which this is the end of the year. think this might be the last one of these we get. So I want to enjoy it, but I do have an image that summarizes the way that the evening went. There's our buddy Vivek holding up a sign that says Nikki equals corrupt.
Wow. And it looks like he just whipped it out there and just said, hey, here we go. This is how I'm going to prove my point.
Yeah.
By just drawing that on his little sheet of paper there, his notepad.
He's like, I wasn't even prepared with this. And speaking of Nikki Haley, at the debate early on, she gave us some really interesting TikTok math that I want to see if you can follow.
We really do need to ban TikTok once and for all. And let me tell you why. For every 30 minutes that someone watches TikTok every day, they become 17% more anti-Semitic, more pro-Hamas based on doing it. We now know that 50% of adults 18 to 25 think that Hamas was warranted in what they did with Israel.
So 30 minutes makes you 17%. I just want to know if she has the numbers on who are these podcasts.
Right.
What percentage of listening to that makes you more? So this was like on a stage. I think this is before Vivek said corrupt. He probably could have written, Nikki equals, I don't know, idiot. I mean, am I going too far here?
Yeah. I mean, the fact that she threw that out, and there's absolutely no way anybody could ever quantify that in a million years. It's just impossible to do. And that there are probably people that watched that and said, and were convinced that with that comment, that she is going to get their vote. Enough people will believe that it will have impact. And that's frightening.
Yeah. I mean, look, we all know it's 18%. I mean, that's the actual math, and I don't know, she didn't carry a 1 or something. Our guy, well, he's never been your guy. My guy, Vivek, he really leaned into Nikki Haley during the course of the debate. So much so that none other than Chris Christie decided to do what we call white knighting Nikki Haley.
I want to say something else. We're now 25 minutes into this debate, and he has insulted Nikki Haley's basic intelligence. Not her positions, her basic intelligence. She doesn't know regions. She wouldn't be able to find something on a map that his 3-year-old could find. Look, if you want to disagree on issues, that's fine. And Nikki and I disagree on some issues. But I'll tell you this, I've known her for 12 years, which is longer than he's even started to vote in a Republican primary. And while we disagree about some issues and we disagree about who should be president of the United States, what we don't disagree on is this is a smart, accomplished woman, and you should stop insulting her.
So I'm going to take this.
So, Nikki was really excited about the math earlier. What were the percent chance that Nikki Haley was going to fuck Chris Christie before he said that? And what was the percent chance after he said that? Eric, I'll hang up and take my answer off the air.
If she said, I am now 18% more wet since you said that. Oh, my God. That is great, Christian. Well done. Thank you. Thank you for letting me tag it.
We've got a couple of super chats to catch up on before I get to a more scintillating Chris Christie talk.
Yes. Count Connor with the Ricardo Montalban avatar, $4.99, where Christian grew up. It only cost $5 to spread love.
That is true. That is absolutely true, Eric.
He also said this is so New Hampshire for Prince, what's his face? Paperboy Prince or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Kelly Riddle, $2. No shoelies, no peace. And,
well, that's a $2 comment, so I won't be signing off on that. But
nope.
Oh, Count Eric Connor's back again.
Yes, says I watch TikTok and now hate Goldberg. So
see.
Yeah.
I watch TikTok and I hate Bob Dylan. No, that's because he's terrible. All right. So it's a bad example, I guess.
And then there's, she saw Chris Christie's beach photos. That made her 17% more dry. Oh, fuck yes. That's great.
More dry. Oh my gosh. I'm really going to miss Chris Christie. I hope he runs for president every 4 years,
Yeah, I like him.
Of his life. Yeah.
He just seems like a very interesting dude, I mean, he could, I don't know why he wastes his time with all this. This guy would do a great podcast, I think. I really do.
Well, maybe that's in the cards for him in 2024. He also, he defended Nikki Haley a moment ago, but he also very actively went after Vivek, and I think he said something that everybody on the stage is thinking.
Okay, you say this. You do this. You do this at every debate. You go out on the stump and you say something. All of us see it on video. We confront you on the debate stage. You say you didn't say it, and then you back away. And I want to say
exactly what I said, Chris.
I'm not done yet.
Well, this
now
is
look.
This is
How many times do you
Wow.
think Chris Christie has yelled at someone, "I'm not done yet"?
Oh my God!
Every time they try to get up from a lunch table, or
it's like he's talking to his little brown child.
yeah, one of those kids you can sponsor for like 50 cents a day. Just for the price of a cup of coffee, you can sponsor Vivek Ramaswamy's national campaign.
This is the fourth debate. The fourth debate that you would be voted in the first 20 minutes as the most obnoxious blowhard in America. So shut up for their life.
Shut up. He tells him to shut up.
Shut up. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, fuck. I love that guy.
I know you do, but Vivek is not going to take this sitting down. He's going to respond.
First of all, Chris Christie also doesn't know what provinces in eastern Ukraine he actually wants us to fight for. Chris, your version of foreign policy experience was closing a bridge from New Jersey to New York.
Yeah.
So do everybody a favor, just walk yourself off that stage, enjoy a nice meal, and get the hell out of this race.
I mean, enjoy a nice meal. I don't know. I'm going to give a partial credit for the only foreign policy is closing a bridge from New York to New Jersey. I like that, but telling him to have a nice meal. I think you can see it in Christie's face. He's like, wait a minute. Have people noticed that I'm fat? It's like the first time, Remember last week we had a clip where he's like, no, I weigh 90 pounds less than I did during Hurricane Sandy.
Yes.
And the interviewer was like, really?
Yeah. That's right. I forgot about
God, what a mess you were.
Oh, God.
So this happens in the commercial break after that. And there is no audio to it, so I'll describe it for our audio audience. But Christie approaches Megyn Kelly, who's one of the moderators, and she is right there. And I can't tell if it's not playing. Oh, yeah, there we go. It's only like 10 seconds. All right. So he goes up there. And you can see in his face, he's not very happy. He's saying something, and Megyn Kelly's just like, all right, dude, come on. People are going to say things about you that are mean. And I don't know, I might be reading a little bit into this, but when they come back, she asks a very pointed question of Chris Christie. So I think, there's a lot of dishing it out and whether or not they can take it.
Even said that you got into this race just to stop President Trump. His approval rating with Republicans is currently at 81%. Yours is at 25. Your best state is New Hampshire, and even there, 2/3 of GOP voters say they would be angry and disappointed if you won. Respectfully, Governor, you have not stopped Mr. Trump, and voters may wonder how you could possibly become the nominee of a party that does not appear to like you very much.
Yeah. Well, look, Megyn,
it honestly doesn't matter what he says after that.
Right. That was devastating. I would have just walked off. I would have said, you're right.
You're absolutely right.
You're fucking right.
My every day my wife says, why are you doing this? I ask myself, why am I doing this? Thank you, Megyn. You really helped me. The next month was going to really be hell for me. I have to go up to New Hampshire. Anyway,
what's bad when Eric and Christian are with 71 people are saying what you're doing is pointless.
Hey, 71 people is a big audience for me. I don't know what you're used to. Okay.
No, it's about 3 times what I'm used to. So whenever someone comes in here and talks shit about the people watching this show, I'm like, hey, fuck, man. If it gets down to 30, then I'll worry.
Yeah. Well, if it gets down to 3, that's when I'll be upset. But I love our WATB crowd. I think that they're the most discerning audience in the Dabbleverse.
No, yeah.
So that was all we had from the debate. And you'll notice that Ron DeSantis was missing from there. It was, the same talking points, the same him looking awkward, all of that. But I do have a peach of a clip from his wife, Casey DeSantis, who, I think that this is called electioneering or possibly election interference. But let's see what she suggests.
We're asking all of these moms and grandmoms to come from wherever it might be, North Carolina, South Carolina, and to descend upon the state of Iowa to be a part of the caucus, because you do not have to be a resident of Iowa to be able to participate in the caucus. So moms and grandmoms are going to be able to come and be a part and to let their voice be heard in support of Ron.
Look, I didn't even minor in political science. And honestly, to hear Casey DeSantis say that you don't have to be a resident of Ohio to participate in the Ohio caucus, that was surprising. I was like, oh, that's great news. Everybody can go to Iowa if they want to. And then something about it didn't seem right. So I did take a look, and the Iowa GOP made sure within minutes of that interview, remember, you must be a legal resident of Iowa and the precinct you live in and bring photo ID to participate in the Iowa caucus. Yeah. So no, you can't descend on Iowa and just vote for whoever the hell you want. So
it felt weird when she was saying it. And then she also said caucus instead of caucus. Yeah. And the whole thing was kind of a mess. I can't believe that she said that. And he didn't even react. He was standing there, not doing anything.
Which one do you think is more likely? He's terrified of his wife, or he had no idea she was wrong. Or by the way, both can be true. Both can absolutely be true.
Both. And he figured that no one's really listening anyway. And no one's going to bring this back up. So why even bother?
He doesn't know the crack team that we have for who are these broadcasters. We hear all, Ronnie.
Yes, we do.
It's interesting earlier. You talked about how it looked like Vivek Ramaswamy just whipped it out. And that actually does set up our next clip, which refers to the fact that Alex Jones is back on Twitter. It is called X now. And when you're talking about Alex Jones, you should probably call X. I feel like we might get a chance to visit with some Alex stuff in the very near future, Eric. But they held one of those, the Google Spaces is what they are. So whatever the Hangouts are on Twitter, whatever that is, they did one of those, and there's a number of people on there. I'm gonna go to the clip, but I want to pause it for a second because I want you to see who's there. So Elon's there, Andrew Tate is there, and Vivek Ramaswamy, bunch of other people. You might recognize some of them depending on which conspiracies are your favorite, but that's not really so much what the clip is about.
Is Andrew Tate the MMA guy who is accused of raping a chick or some shit?
He's basically one of several people accused of he's basically accused of R. Kelly level stuff, like having a harem that he holds prisoner, and they're all alleged. And I think when somebody flees the country and decides to live in Romania, there's usually nothing suspicious going on. So free speech. You know what I'm saying, Eric?
Okay, yeah, I remember. It's coming back to me. I remember hearing about it. Some really sinister shit.
And Dr. Scotty Jones points out that he's a kickboxer. So,
okay.
Yeah. All right. So Vivek is on this call. And you know what I say at the end of every episode. I say whatever the highest dollar amount super chat is. But I also always say every mic is a hot mic. And, Vivek doesn't think about it that way. So let's see what happens during this.
It's promoting an optimistic, pro-human future that the science and evidence shows is real and that we need.
Okay, so you hear Alex Jones talking, and there is a sound back there. It's almost like a waterfall. I'm not sure what that is.
An optimistic, pro-human future that the science and evidence shows is real and that we need.
Okay,
gentlemen, I have to
go.
Yeah,
I just want to be sort of exactly. I want to be sort of clear about my position. I'm super pro-human, and I mean all humans. Humans in America, humans in
somebody's
Africa,
got their thing
Asia,
open
and everywhere else.
Their phone open in the bathroom.
So Alex Jones bringing us the news that we need, as always, by the way.
Yes.
And he's like, somebody's got their phone open and they're peeing in the bathroom, and there's more.
Yeah,
that's Vivek. Vivek, that's your phone, Vivek. I'm not able to mute you. Vivek.
Go ahead, Elon.
So Vivek will come back in a moment, but to call him out, I mean, I think you could probably message him like, "Hey, Mehmet, can you mute yourself?"
Well,
Instead, if anybody's wondering who's taking a leak during this conversation, it's Vivek Ramaswamy, who wants to be president. And by the way, we're 32 seconds into this clip. He's got quite a stream. And if urinary stream is something that you consider when voting for president,
okay,
vote Vivek.
Okay. Now, what's interesting about this is with that sound, I mean, if they didn't say it, I don't think on my own I would have pieced together that he's taking a piss because it's all digital and weird sounding.
Yeah.
And plus, Elon's talking, and he always speaks retarded. You know, he can't even speak.
Hey, every time he opens his mouth, it sounds like he's shitting. You know what I mean, Eric? But no, I know what you're saying.
So yeah, he's always speaks in that weird type of style, and then Joe, Vivek, Vivek's got his cock out.
We had him last week. He's like, "Go fuck yourself."
Yes.
You know? And God, Alex Jones is always going on about the lizard people. So Vivek's going to come back before the clip ends.
Sorry about that.
So, well, I hope you feel better.
I feel great. Thank you. Sorry about that, guys.
So tip of the hat to Elon, who's like, "Well, I hope you feel better." And he's like, "Oh yeah,
yes,
I feel great."
Christian, breaking news.
Yes.
We've found the Andrew Tate slappy. We have upset someone because we made a crack about Andrew Tate, kickboxer. Is he a kickboxer? Was that wrong? Is he not accused of terrible things? That's all we said.
That's all we said. He's accused. And I was very clear and I said allegedly. I do wonder when somebody moves out of the country and doesn't come back.
That was a joke too.
Yeah. I mean, I was just, look, maybe Roman Polanski didn't do anything. I mean, he hasn't been in the United States for 46 years,
No
but
idea.
He probably didn't do anything. But I mean, look, we'd be stupid, but we'd be rich. That sounded stupid as soon as I said it.
You asshole.
No, I know.
What an asshole you are. I was wanting to make fun of him and you said this dumb fuck joke.
No, that's all right. I deserve it. That's okay. That's all right. I got nothing. I mean, if we were bringing in hundreds in super chats, then I at least would have had a leg to stand on. But that's all right. Well, somebody who is getting rich on TikTok, though, is your buddy, George Santos. And you sent me this compilation, Eric. And there'll be more to share in weeks ahead. But he's only got 30 left. He set the number of cameos that he's going to do.
Yes.
I think I said TikTok.
Yes.
He set the number of cameos he's going to do. He's going to do 30 more. He did raise his price from like 250 to 500. So it's going to cost you more, but it would be money well spent. And Eric, I don't think we need to say anything other than this is just a compilation of some of what you get from him on Cameo, right?
Yes, exactly. That's all it is him just talking gay. There it is. That's all it is.
Hey, token straight friends. I mean, I was a whole.
Oh, sorry.
He opens with token straight friend.
Hey, token
straight friends. I mean, I was a whole congressman up until last Friday. Could have just stopped by my office. Let's talk about Botox for a second. You can tell it works. I'm 35. Don't look it. From rise to congressman to fallen diva, as they all say. I knew you were trouble when you walked in. That's me. Shit. Love that your siblings call you the chaos child because that's how I'm known in my house. So we have that in common. Period. Keep slaying, queen. Mwah.
How did this guy who usually has a butt full of win as a Republican? How did this happen? And they kicked this guy out? No! You just got rid of the fucking best, you assholes.
Look,
no!
You said it about Chris Christie a minute ago, but if Spotify wants to have a subscriber exclusive George Santos Chris Christie podcast, please sign me up. You can just tell me how much money. Set your price, and I will deliver. I will pay it up.
This is a fucking talent. They have thrown the baby out with the bat. I don't give a fuck what he did. Bring him back immediately.
You're saying they should have thrown out the other 534 members of Congress, but only kept George Santos.
This is the only one who's done anything worthy of anything. Holy
Well,
shit.
he is slaying Queen. You know, I mean, it's true. It's
Oh.
absolutely true.
God damn it.
We've got one more politics clip. And, you know, a lot of times when you're doing an interview, they say it's kind of like being a lawyer. Don't ask a question you don't already know the answer to. In this instance, Jesse Waters knows exactly what the answer is. He just wants to know if RFK Jr. is going to tell the truth. And to RFK Jr.'s credit, he absolutely tells the truth, but it's probably also like on the list of the one topic to please not ask him about.
You weren't ever on Jeffrey Epstein's jet, were you?
I was on Jeffrey Epstein's jet 2 times. I was on it.
So there's a lot more to this clip, but but you weren't ever on Jeffrey Epstein's jet, were you? I was on it 2 times. It's tough to kind of come back from that, isn't it, Eric?
No, yes. I mean, there's so much there. It's again, anytime this guy speaks, you're just waiting for, you know, his head to explode because of the way he sounds. And that's bad enough. But then he's like, oh, yeah, sure, I was on it. Well, yeah, of course.
Who hasn't been? But he tries to explain why. So I'm going to give RFK Jr. a little bit more time.
In 1993, and I was on it and I went to Florida with my wife and 2 children.
Okay, that's not helping. That's really not helping. You brought 2 kids.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Epstein's playing with you, RFK Jr. Just listen to yourself talk.
Have we ever found out if he's not well? I mean, that's
I don't know what his condition is, but yeah, because he didn't used to sound like this.
This is a death rattle. This man is going to be wishing for a headshot before you know it. I mean, this is not good.
And as we listen to him try to explain why he brought some kids on Jeffrey Epstein's plane, see how quickly they changed the chyron, the on-screen graphic here.
To visit my mom over Easter.
So it just says FBI lies about Epstein's flight logs.
Oh, wow.
But don't worry.
They offered us a ride to Palm Beach. So I went then, and then on another occasion, I flew again with my family with, I think, 4 of my children. And
so he brought more kids the second time he got on Jeffrey Epstein's plane. What are you doing? Why are you bringing kids on Jeffrey Epstein's plane?
Holy shit. You could use that for an attack ad. You know, he took kids on Jeffrey Epstein's plane. Yeah, I did.
And his answer is, they're my kids. I'm like, that's worse.
Oh, God.
If you brought some refugee kids on the plane, you know.
Yeah, I mean, who cares about them? I mean, but your own kids, you fucking asshole.
I'm sure he's not going to make it any worse, Eric.
And Mary, my wife, to Rapid City, South Dakota, to go fossil hunting for a weekend. And
okay, that's code for something, right? I mean, I think we can all guess what that's, you know, trying to find bones that are hiding.
Yes.
What are you fucking doing?
Get him. Get him. Oh, shit.
And, you know, Jesse Waters, he just did like one eyebrow raise when he said, I was on the plane twice. And he's like, I'm going to let you talk. I'm going to let you finish.
And, but otherwise, I was never on his jet alone. I've been very open about this from the beginning. This was in '93, so it was 30 years ago. It was before anybody knew about Jeffrey Epstein's.
This was 30 years ago, back when you could still rape kids. You remember that period of time, right?
No one had even suspected Jeffrey Epstein of raping kids at this point.
No, because in 1993, kids always wanted it. That's the difference.
Yeah. So if I'm him, I mean, I think that's actually reasonable. If you know, but that's not, it doesn't matter at this point. All they're going to do is take the best part. And that is he was on the plane with kids, his own kids, to go fossil hunting.
Yeah. What part of that sounds crazy? Going fossil hunting with Jeffrey Epstein. What sounds weird there? I don't know. I don't hear it. Well, maybe it gets weird in a second.
You know, his nefarious issues. And I agree with you that all of this information.
Okay, so this is 1 minute and 15 seconds into the clip. And for our audio audience, it literally, the on-screen chyron just changed to RFK Jr. I was on Epstein's plane twice.
Oh, no.
And they realized that whatever they thought that the breaking news was, it's really this. This is
Right.
the breaking news.
It absolutely is. Had he begun with, well, the year was 1993. Had he started with that,
Yeah.
I mean, at least you're setting the table. They didn't hear that shit when you open with, oh, yeah, me and the kids were with Jeff. It was fucking great, man. We're going fossil hunting. And then the last thing he says is it was 1993. No one cares. No one
Yeah.
gives a shit.
So
What
do
an
you-
asshole.
Oh, okay, I'm going to let you read this one from Eric.
Count Connor has spent a fortune of almost $10. And this time writes, can't wait till he's on Dancing with the Tards. And then we
Oh, my
also
God.
had someone point out that it is vocal cord paralysis.
That's it. Thank you,
I don't
Chad's
know. How
missing
the
upper
fuck-
lip.
How the
Yeah.
fuck does that even happen?
I don't know. I mean, I guess if I had to talk to Cheryl Hines every day, that would probably happen to me too. But
I
you know.
don't know.
Oh, well, so what I think we learn from this is if we're on some group text together, Eric, if we get a text from Carl, Cardiff Electric, and Tukey, and they want us to fly to a retreat for fossil hunting, we probably shouldn't go, right?
No, that's code for have sex with kids. That's what they're saying.
Oh, so we should definitely go. I'm sorry. I completely heard it wrong. All right. That's my mistake. All right. Well, let's close the book on politics and go over to everybody's other second favorite topic on this show. Who are these sportscasters?
Home of the hourly triple play.
W-A-T-B. Who are these sportscasters? Just listen and find out. Who are these sportscasters?
I think a big part of our sportscasters clips is swear words that get on the air, and we've got a few in this week's collection. Usually they're from live on the court, on the sideline interviews, and you don't know they're coming. You know?
Yes.
That's usually what happens. What
It
were you gonna
is.
say?
I was going to say that I want everyone to really take a step back on, because this is honestly some of the best stuff. It isn't because people say, well, I can't laugh at this because it's sports. It's like, idiot. It's an athlete on the mic saying something like, fuck you. It doesn't matter if it happens to be in the context of sports. It's an athlete around the world saying, fuck you. That's the point. So that's
absolutely the point. It's we don't show sports highlights, and yes, I know sometimes there's a highlight, and the highlight is the way that somebody calls it, and sometimes it's somebody hits a home run while somebody's apologizing for calling San Francisco F-word city. Look, there's a lot of like clips of the game sometimes factor in, but that's not really what this is about. All right,
Exactly.
And don't worry, we'll get to a few different things. But what I was saying is that for the most part, these are happening live on the field. Now, sometimes you bring up a package, and Eric was kind enough to send this to me, where it's been pre-recorded. So there's absolutely no excuse, right, Eric?
There is. I don't know how this happened. How many hands get on this clip, cleaning it up, making sure it's concise, delivered for the hosts that are in the studio, and then this? What? I can't believe it.
And this is from ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. This isn't going back to West Virginia's local sports announcer where, it's probably an underpaid, overworked staff that, made a mistake. But this is a pretty big mistake, I think, because it's not live. This is recorded.
The game plan was simple and brutally efficient.
Hit a motherfucker in the face over and over and over and over again until they quit.
By the way, great advice. Hit a motherfucker in the face over and over and over again until they quit.
He set it up. You heard the announcer. Back that up, because you see the Eagles and you see the Cowboys, and then it handed it off. There's no way this wasn't intentional.
Yeah, this is DeMarcus Lawrence, and this is clearly edited. It looks great. It's well shot, but then DeMarcus gets the talk.
Hit a motherfucker in the face over and over and over and over again until they quit. And when they quit, hit them again and again and again and again.
Okay, want to quickly apologize for some sound we aired a couple moments ago from that Cowboys piece. Some foul language was used, so I just want to say apologies for that on our behalf.
Yeah, we're so sorry that a taped segment, no one watched it before we put it on the air.
It's just too bad that he can't say, I know everyone who saw that thought that was fantastic.
Yeah,
but
it's like this is the funniest thing that's happened on ESPN in a very long time.
I mean, seriously.
Since Joe Namath told Susie Colbert he wanted to kiss her. You know, I mean, this is way up there. Let's just hear it one more time for us, Eric. This is for us.
Fucking in the face. Over. And
all right. Well,
fucking in the face.
No, you're fucking it up now. You
get a motherfucker in the face. Over and over and over and over again.
There we go. All right.
Oh, that was special. I love that. And Dallas did beat the shit out of them.
Yeah, and look, I know we've got some Eagles fans over in the chat watching this show, and I know for a fact we've got some Giants fans, but you know, it happens sometimes when you punch a motherfucker in the face over and over again, you are going to win the game.
Yep.
Now, a moment ago, I was talking about how a lot of times we have audio that is on the field, and the audio itself is not about the game. And in this instance, this is Carl's buddy, Josh Allen. And this clip, I saved it as Patrick Mahomes is a pussy. So let's give a listen to why this clip. So this is after the game. The Chiefs lost the game. There's this moment. You can see he's giving Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes is giving Josh Allen a hug. And in this moment, congratulating him on his victory, Patrick Mahomes says this.
Offensive offside in that moment, man. Fucking terrible.
There's 10 more seconds. Worst fucking call I've ever seen. Fucking terrible. Fucking terrible.
Oh.
And I want to go back to Josh Allen in the beginning. It's just like, okay, bro. All right, man. All right.
Yeah. He did. See you around.
Okay.
See you around.
Yeah. All right,
he can't get out of there fast enough.
Yeah, he's just like, oh man, why did I think this was a good idea?
You know.
And look, it's one of those things that's a questionable call. I wasn't watching the game, seeing it after the fact. Seems like they got the call right, but I also don't care, you know.
And besides, fuck the Chiefs anyway. All these assholes do is make commercials and the big guy's fucking olive oil, whatever the fuck her name is, Taylor Swift. Fuck that shit. I'm sick and tired of the goddamn Chiefs anyway. They're the new Patriots. Fuck you.
If you're gonna show Taylor Swift every time that you know there's, I don't know, a punt return, anything, I want to see. There was no footage of Taylor Swift when they made that call, or you know, and everybody was unhappy. I wanted to see her flipping shit over, but that's all right. We know what we think of Taylor Swift, but Patrick Mahomes is a pussy, and it's kind of tough to dispute that. So we've got another clip. I believe you sent me this one, the Luka clip. So Luka, I don't know how to say his name. Doncic. Yeah. So he's speaking his mind, but then he's kind of reminded that this might not be a time. This is after an NHL game. Of course, he realizes this might not be the time to speak his mind.
Well, you look happy. You guys are playing happy, and I know losing 2 games at home is disappointing.
Sorry, so he's a basketball player.
Yeah, you said NHL guy, and there's a fucking basket.
He's wearing a shirt that says Mavs. All right, look, here's what I'm doing. That's why pencils have erasers. Okay, no, Look, the next clip is a hockey player.
That's all right.
That's my excuse, but you're absolutely right. Eric's right.
Yeah,
everybody's right. I should have known that he's on the Mavs.
Yes, he's being interviewed by this cancer patient here.
Yeah. No, this is Tom Hanks in Act 3 of Philadelphia. Absolutely.
Well, you look happy. You guys are playing happy, and I know losing 2 games at home is disappointing. I imagine it's pretty important to come out here and get this win and get it in 50-point. That's resounding fashion.
Yeah, the point I said before the game, you know, we just can't fuck around, and we just, oh shit. Love it.
You haven't been getting sleep. You haven't been getting sleep. It's okay. It's okay.
I'm sorry, but
So the reason that I like the clip, and it's probably the same reason you like it, Eric, is he says we can't fuck around. Okay, that's good. But then he's like, oh shit.
Yes. He kept going,
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Jesus.
All right.
If the guy doing the interview wasn't high on morphine for the pain, he would have pulled the mic away.
Look, he just had his cocktail. It hadn't kicked in yet. The microphone is very heavy for him to hold up. All right.
Oh.
So the player I was thinking of was Tampa Bay Lightning goalie Andrei Vasilevsky. He is unfortunately forced to carry on a conversation with some reporters after, well, something terrible happens.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it wasn't great feeling last game, but
I mean, I don't know if he farted. I hope it's not him. It's funnier if it's one of the reporters who thought they could get away with it.
I can picture one of the other players in a locker room. He's like on the other side, but he knows he's too far away. Echoey locker room. He creeps over to the general area and and that's a nice. You can tell by the timbre that's an athlete's fart. I mean, that's a tight ass fart. If you and I farted, it would be flappity and would have that wet sound.
And it would clear the room, but this is like, this is somebody who doesn't eat processed food the way I do.
No, that was, if you put a trumpet up to that guy's asshole, you'd get a solid B sharp.
Let's hear it again.
to say it wasn't great feeling last game, but
I mean, that is a healthy flatulence. I think that's fair to say.
That's a great fart. Oh.
Look, some SPDs, they strike anytime, anywhere, and we need to be careful.
Oh man.
I'm always hesitant to ask if we need to get caught up on super chats because oftentimes the answer is no. But
I don't think so. Let me go over. No, the last one was can't wait till Dancing with the Tards.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Everybody's like, fuck them. Do something funny.
What's the front runner right now? Somebody had like a $5 chat, so that would be my sign off at the moment, right?
Yeah, I don't recall it being anything of real magnitude.
It's not going to get me into any trouble.
No,
with my Chinese American wife and her traditional parents. I'm sure there's nothing funny. Oh yeah, so this is it. Yeah, this is Kelly Riddle. Sorry for the other week, Christian. I swear I thought Charlie Chaplin was German. I'll say that at the end of every show. There's nothing controversial there.
And I kind of like this because I think we're doing a good job of distancing ourselves from the pile of shits that are involved in all that podcast war. This is a more selective, profound, intelligent, and less mean audience here. Outside of the cracks about Carl's teeth, it's pretty much above board. No one's done anything to actually compromise the show.
Well, and I do believe that the cracks about Carl are only in there because you laugh so hard at them every single time.
True. Absolutely.
So you may have heard the biggest story in the sports world is Shohei Ohtani is going to make a few bucks to play here in Los Angeles for the Dodgers. It's mostly deferred. $700 million for 10 years. By the way, what could go wrong? That much money for that much time. Yeah, it's not my money, Eric. It's not yours either, so.
Yeah, that's not to get too sport into it. Baseball is going to have to change that rule because this is bullshit what he has just pulled off by deferring the money. And now the fucking Dodgers can sign all these players who are great. Yeah. And after taxes, Shohei Ohtani next year is probably going to make about $600,000.
Well, before Shohei Ohtani signed with the Dodgers, somehow the rumor was that he was that he was on a plane to Toronto, which I don't know if I guess he's been in the AL for all so he's had to have flown to Toronto to play the Blue Jays at some point. But he's never willingly chosen to go to Toronto. And I thought that this was a funny plea from Jerry Hairston Jr. This happened on this was Sportsnet Los Angeles. He's one of the commentators, and he was just trying to urge Shohei Ohtani. He's trying to tell you why it would be better to come to Los Angeles than Toronto. And I know that people on this network are pretty down on Los Angeles, but it doesn't seem like too hard of a sell to get an athlete to come here. But Jerry Hairston feels like he should speak up.
I've heard that the Toronto Blue Jays are involved. Great franchise. Oh, Canada. You'd have to listen to two national anthems up there, bro. The taxes would crush you. You're going to have a chance to make 500 or 600 million. Canada's too cold, man. You're in your lovely Newport Beach home. You can commute if you want to stay there to Dodger Stadium every single night. The fan base here is electric. The stadium is always rocking. I guarantee you every single year you're going to have a chance to play in the postseason, win a World Series, hopefully rings, plural.
So that in and of itself is like, all right, so why'd you play that? So who cares? It's not really that big a deal. But then some chubby guy on the air in Toronto took exception. So he responded. So that's the setup for this clip.
You know what? Shohei Ohtani, I know you watch every day. And I appreciate you, man. You're the greatest. But in terms of the person you just heard from, Jerry Hairston Jr., first off, he played for 9 teams in 16 years. Nobody wanted him on their team. Played for the Dodgers for 2 years. I know as much about the Dodgers as Jerry Hairston Jr. He played for them for 2 years. He's an absolute joke. Let's talk taxes. Yeah, we got taxes up in Canada, but California has the 5th highest taxes out of any state in America. Oh, you want to buy a place close to Dodger Stadium? Worst traffic in the world is in Los Angeles. Even if you're 10 kilometers away, it's still going to take you 8 hours to get to work every day. Weather, yeah, it's cold in Canada a little bit. You know what? Also snows in California last time I checked. And based on what Hollywood has told me.
Sorry, I'm going to have to pause this guy for a moment. It doesn't snow in Los Angeles. No. I just feel like it's important to point out, he's making some points. They're mostly half-hearted. Yes, the traffic is bad, but no one who plays for the Dodgers lives near Dodger Stadium. I just thought I should point that out.
Maybe one snowfall at 7,000 feet, but definitely not. You might get a 50-degree day here and there once in a while.
But not in Los Angeles. It doesn't snow. And by the way, for our visual audience, it has the temperature on the bottom of the screen. It's 1 degree. And I know that's Celsius, but whatever that is, it's just... This is in November. This is how cold. I guess it's early December, whatever. So this is how cold it is.
The great earthquake is coming at any point. And you don't want to be around any part of Los Angeles when that happens. Oh, we're going to talk about rings. We're going to talk about titles. Okay, since 1992, who's won more titles, the Jays or the Dodgers? Anyone want to answer that here?
Jays.
Yeah, so and by the way, not a Dodger fan at all. I'm a Mets fan for people who know. So the Blue Jays win those World Series in 92, 93. And he's like, well, you should clearly come here because Joe Carter's still on the team.
Yes. Holy shit. Well, it was a good bit for them. And, you got to appeal to the home folks. And Canada, those people don't even have anything to fucking live for. So this is obviously a big deal to them. Sorry if you're Canadian.
Canadian, or as it's sometimes called on this network, Minnesotan. Oh my gosh, we have a great winning super chat at the moment. Go ahead and say what Steve has to say.
How about that with the old FKB, which I think means fuck Kevin Brennan. Is that right?
It does. And every time it comes up on the show, I'm reminded I keep meaning to ask Cardiff for the by Brennan drop, but I don't have it. So
is everybody still mad at him? Has he done anything wrong?
I mean, he tried to get Stuttering John to not do Carl's show.
That was a while ago, though.
It's a while ago, but I mentioned earlier that I made my first appearance on Point Dabble Point this week. I also made my first appearance on Misery Loves Company because he was snipe streaming Point Dabble Point. So it was a twofer for me.
I fucking like him. I like what he does. I think he's very funny.
I think he's very funny, and I think he definitely knows how to stir up the shit, obviously, like anybody else. And he knows that when a show is tanking, he needs to send Tukey the link. You know what I mean? So he knows what to do.
So this isn't. This just came in my head. Well, he got in big trouble. I got pissed off at him when he laughed because Matthew Perry drowned in a hot tub.
Yeah.
And then he said something, but I think it's valid. Why didn't he just stand up? And what happened there? Now we still don't know how that guy fucking died.
Because somebody responded to him, was like, why is it funny that he drowned in a hot tub? He's like, because it's a hot tub. Why didn't he stand up?
And that's that logic. It cannot be refuted. How do you argue with that fucking logic? All you have to do is stand up.
Ironclad logic from KB, but look, I'm still team FKB. You know what I mean?
Okay, if that's the way it is, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I don't pay attention to any of this shit, and it's supposed to be that way. I don't pay attention to all these retarded wars that all these assholes are in because I'm so much better than all these people.
Oh yeah, myself included, by the way. we know how you feel. I'm going to put a very quick button on the Jerry Hairston Jr. saga because this is a video where he's enjoying a cocktail in his office. Notice how he's showing off his Emmy, but he doesn't have any World Series rings to show off. He's got an Emmy.
Okay.
So there's that. But he's enjoying a cocktail, and then he just wants to speak out.
To all of Canada, I think it is incredible the love you have shown for your beloved Blue Jays. Awesome. To the gentleman who tried to make this personal, it's Shohei. Not Shohei, Shohei. One love.
So not only are you an idiot, you're stupid, I guess is what he's trying to say to the guy we showed from Canada.
Why the fuck does he give a shit? He's from Des Moines. Why the fuck does he care so much about Canada, you asshole?
Look, there's good questions, and then there's great questions. Sort of a late addition to what I wanted to make sure to get on their show today, and something that I know that our friend Count Eric Connor in the chat is excited to see on here. Are you familiar with Tommy Cutlett of the New York Giants and how he's caught on? So he is.
I actually know quite a bit about him. He lives with his mom and his dad. He grew up in Jersey, unrestricted, I should say, unsigned free agent. Just kind of walked onto the team, a la Unbreakable style, and is leading the Giants to victories.
And he's known as Tommy Cutlett because when he talked about living at home, he talked about all of the great Italian cooking that his mom provides him. And, if it just means that, he has to, I don't know what, get a hotel room to bang all the strange that he gets. He's out on the road half the time. It's fine. Tommy Cutlett does fine. But so that's why he's known as Tommy Cutlett. But they were on Monday Night Football last night and beat the Packers. And there was a lot of focus on Tommy Cutlett's agent. Sean Stellato is this gentleman's name. It's really his name. I don't necessarily have to play the clip because you can see him right there. But, he's definitely dressed like a member of the Corleone family. But
right.
So this is in the pregame and a little commentary about Tommy Cutlett's agent.
That's his agent. That's Tommy DeVito's agent. As a guy who had an Italian grandpa from Brooklyn, I get it. That's a handsome look right there. Tommy DeVito under the bright lights of Monday Night Football trying to get the Giants their fifth victory.
So he's a handsome gentleman. And it's fascinating to hear anybody with the last name DeVito having any kind of success. So I think that's probably why people get excited about this story. That must have something to do with it. But, look, you can't argue with the simple statement, Eric. It's a look, right?
It's a look, and it needs to be praised. When you get a couple of Italians from Jersey, and the dude's somehow making it on the fucking Giants on Monday Night Football, winning football games with a guy who looks, according to Dr. Scotty Jones, like a member of Morris Day in the Time. That is fucking fantastic.
He caught the attention of Peyton and Eli Manning from the Manning Cast, the alternate broadcast of Monday Night Football. And let's see what they had to say about it.
Look at DeVito. Who is this guy he's talking to? Okay, look, whatever you need,
I got you. I'll take care of it. All right.
Yes.
Come on, Pay. That's his agent. Of course, that's his agent. Come on,
Yeah.
Tommy DeVito's agent.
Somebody's in
And
Eli's ear.
What's in the
Yeah.
bag? What's
Yeah.
in the bag? I want to know what's in the bag. Some
Ahead.
cutlets. Some cutlets for later. You know, it looks like it looks like Johnny Fontaine from The Godfather.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So,
And
you know,
this-
look, that's not why we like them. It's not for their
Yeah.
banter and their comedic timing. All right.
No, it's always so awkward because Eli is such a straight shooter. He's always like, "Come on, Pate. Come on, Pate." He's trying to bring it all back. Peyton wants to be, you know, the wild and crazy morning guy.
Yeah.
And Eli's kind of like the straight guy, while we got this mob hitman who's an agent for an NFL quarterback.
And the worst thing that ever happened to Peyton Manning was having him on SNL because it convinced him that he was funny. And he is not, by the way. I think it's important to note. But even on the main broadcast, even Joe Buck and Troy Aikman, they had to notice Sean Stellato.
Turnover by Keyshawn Nixon.
Here he is next to
Family section. And his agent, the agent may break the internet. What the heck's going on?
a lot of
Are they having
somebody
fun?
commented on this clip. A lot of alpha males in this clip. Just got three dudes kissing each other on the cheek.
What an ugly pack of people.
By Keyshawn Nixon.
Well, I mean,
Shit.
the entire stadium. I mean,
Yeah,
everyone
everybody in
is
that
brother from New
shot.
Jersey.
Everyone,
The
look
agent may
at the
break
guy
the-
with the fucking Yankees snow cap or winter cap there. Look at him. You know he's fucking killed kids. Look at him. Holy shit. Wow.
You think he's ever gone fossil hunting? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, some of the worst people on the planet are in that stadium at that moment. What a bunch of animals.
Yeah. The only way that the people in that stadium could have been worse is if it had been a Jets game instead of just a Giants game. That's the only way it could have been worse. Oh, Dr. Scotty Jones seems to knows who that is.
2 for 2. Dr. Scotty Jones says, looks like Muhammad Ali. Jesus.
Dr.
Oh, boy.
Scotty Jones. I feel like he gets more non-super chats read on this show than anybody else, you know.
Oh, it's great. It's fucking
Yeah. Well, the Tommy Cutlets story is a fun one, and I enjoyed it right up until this moment where I saw this on Twitter last night. Someone we don't talk about on this show raving about how Tommy DeVito equals Rocky. So now I don't like him. Now I'm just like, oh, what a douche.
Yeah, really. He has to wreck everything, doesn't he?
He really
And
does.
We were having so much fun, not
We
worrying
had
about
so
that.
much fun. Sean
fucking-
Stellato's kissing his dad. His dad's kissing a total stranger.
Yeah.
At least I assume. you know?
That's all right. The clock is ticking. You know, I can see it. The end is near.
For Tommy Cutlets, sure.
Well, yeah, but John too. I mean, there's a day's gonna come when John's not gonna ruin shit because he's gonna be on a fucking ventilator.
But for those of us who enjoy the content and sometimes participate in it, we hope that day is not soon. Not as a human with a soul. No. Just because of the content. You see what I'm saying, Eric?
Yeah, sure. We'll just have to go back and start over. Start from the very beginning. Do it all again. You know.
Yeah, exactly. We've featured some Stephen A. Smith on this show, and my memory is that you're not particularly a fan. Is that accurate?
No, I don't mind him. I don't mind him.
Okay.
I think he's pretty polarizing, which I always love that. I love when you have a polarizing figure.
Yeah. So this is Stephen A. Smith in his element, calling out Zion Williams of the Pelicans, which is an NBA team. That much I know. And
isn't it Zion Williamson?
Yeah. So I got the name wrong. I got the fucking league right. All right.
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I gotta.
No,
look
I'm
it
pretty
up.
sure you're. I'm pretty sure you're right. But now Zion made some news when he announced that he was having a baby, and then his porn star side piece said, "Oh, that's really interesting. Then why you been fucking me for all this time?" So I thought that maybe that was the end of the story for him. That's months ago. That's like last summer. I don't know exactly when that was. That's how I knew who he was. Clearly not getting his name right. But well, our buddy Stephen A. noticed something else about him in watching a game. And as Stephen A. Smith so often does, he's just trying to help. It's a little bit of a long clip, but I think Steven makes it worth our while.
He looks fat. My brother, you've been in the news for some other stuff. Your proclivities and who you want to mess with and all that other stuff is your damn business. We ain't got to get into all of that, but this is necessary. Zion Williamson went to the free throw line the other day en route while LeBron James had dropped 30 in 3 quarters and had completely dominated and looked in peak physical condition and looked like an absolute stud and superstar and marquee. Zion Williamson, who's more than 15 years younger, but 40 pounds heavier, went to the free throw line. Ladies and gentlemen, I saw a belly. A belly. Like when he took a deep breath, his belly bounced. That kind of belly.
Oh, my God.
I mean, damn. Damn. What's up, Zion? It better not you got your ass kicked, losing by 44 points in playing semifinals. Did nothing to lead and galvanize your team. Did nothing to show the man-child that you are and to take over. Oh. But you look like you showed up to the game having just ate a buffet.
Oh, no.
Not something from the buffet. I said the buffet. Like you ate the damn table. It didn't surprise. I wasn't going to touch on this because I was embarrassed for him. Oh. But the Sports Illustrated wrote about it, and the New Orleans Times-Picayune local newspaper wrote about it, so it's public information. He's fat.
Yes! Get him! Oh, you see, this is an example. We might have the pendulum swinging back. Remember before, you can't say shit about anyone.
Yeah.
You can't. But this motherfucker is saying fuck you and talking about how fat that fuck is. And I'm here for it. I'm Team Stephen A. We should be able to tell people like that they're fat as shit. That's fantastic.
I mean,
if I'm Zion, I'm saying thank you. Because that would motivate me, man. I would be, God damn it. I would be so pissed off at myself for being the butt of his joke. Jesus.
Well, he probably also realizes like, oh yeah, no porn stars have slid into my DMs in kind of a long time. I wonder what changed.
We should have that type of attack on Carl for his teeth.
Well, Eric, I don't even know what that means. I'm laughing because I remember the piranha clip we showed last week and how many people said it reminded them of someone. But
sorry, Carl.
That's not nice. That's not nice.
I only joke because everybody else jokes. They made me do it, okay?
Right, exactly. Stephen A. Smith told you it was okay to make fun of Carl's teeth. And I did not have that clip when I woke up this morning, and then somebody sent it to me, and I'm like, oh my God, I love every minute of that.
Thank you.
We are almost done with the show, but it is time for our moments in broadcasting history, our Hall of Fame.
Flashback.
WATB.
Way back into time.
Let's find out who are these broadcast histories.
And this is the definition of an oldie but a goodie. And Carl popped up and said, ouch. See, the one time you pressure me into making fun of Carl, that's when he's paying attention. You do it all the time.
Yeah, no more ouch shit. That's bullshit. I've told you before that your teeth look fine.
Well, that is now his frosted tips, on the other hand, those are offensive. His teeth are fine. I don't know why he thought he should get frosted tips. That's really what the problem is with Carl.
Okay.
Wait, I saw $20 super chat. You can't brush that away.
Yeah, Average Cracker says, hell with that smile talking son of a bitch, Carla. His bullying of a beloved A-lister has gone too far. His bullying of a beloved A-lister has gone too far. That's an inside joke that I don't get, but some of you do.
Well, the beloved A-lister is, of course, former call screener for the Howard Stern show, Stuttering John Melendez, whose name we don't mention on this show. But I did need to explain it to you. And that is exactly what we're looking for. If you're not going to get me in trouble with my wife, my Chinese-American wife and her traditional Chinese-American family, get me in trouble with our boss, Carla. All right.
Okay.
So,
yep.
Just pick somebody that can get that I get a talking to from. All right.
Fair enough.
So we're going to wind up the show here with some 2 Hall of Fame clips. And I have 2 questions. There's 2 possible theories for this clip. Was Santa celebrating a little too early, or does Santa perhaps not know how to read? So Santa is cutting a live promo. I believe this is from 1984. CBS affiliate, a little bit north of here in San Luis Obispo.
Merry Christmas from KOY TV.
Okay, we have to do it. You forgot to...
Merry Christmas from KOY. No, there I go again. What's the C in there? Where's that coming? KCOY. Merry Christmas from KOCY. I'm bound to get that in the wrong place.
Okay, you ready? Ready? Okay, we'll just change the call letters.
Might be good.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
he's fucked up. That's what that is.
You can hear the ice rattling around in Santa's glass, I think, between those takes. And yes, the station was KCOY, not KOY.
That is great.
It's not enough letters, but sorry, Santa. But our final clip for the show today, our other entrance on the Hall of Fame, is somebody trying to be a good Samaritan, but I guess the easiest explanation is that they're too stupid to be a good Samaritan. And the local news team is kind of caught off guard by how stupid this guy is.
A family's Christmas decorations nearly caused one man a heart attack.
This is a Ring doorbell cam. He's moving the ladder.
Can you reach it? The man in Austin, Texas thought this dummy was a real person. Nest cam video shows the man rush over, grab a ladder, and call for help. He even called 911. The family put up the dummy to pay homage to a Christmas scene from a movie right there.
The Griswolds, right?
Christmas Vacation.
Oh, wow.
And they are trying to find the man to give him a gift because they say his heart was in the right place. Now he felt it.
Oh no!
He said, "Can you reach it? Can you reach it?"
He's trying to be a good Samaritan there. It's making me cry. My goodness.
You want him around if you were stuck on the roof one day.
Jesus.
Can you reach it?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
So
we
it's
are
bad enough
going
that
to
it
reach
happened to
temperatures
that guy
like
in
we
the
saw
video, but
yesterday.
then
It
the
was
fact
nice
that
and warm spring
Fred
like yesterday. Let's
Blankenship
check in with
is
meteorologist
on the
Karen.
local news making fun of him.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, that was rough. If they would have shown the rest of the footage, he'd have been shot with the homeowner saying, "Get out of our neighborhood."
Well, yeah, he did look like somebody who might get shot.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, that is our show for this week. We'll be back next week. We'll be back every Tuesday, by the way. We're not taking any time off for any bullshit holiday excuses. We don't need Boxing Day off. We don't need the day after New Year's Day to come off. So please leave us a review wherever you review podcasts. You can also leave us a voicemail. Go to whoarethese.com. You'll find the phone number. And please say that your call is for WATB. And while you're there, sign up for Carl's Patreon. Get all the great bonus episodes. It wasn't a bonus episode, but the emergency episode yesterday is some of the most enjoyable times in my life. I messaged both Carl and Cardiff and told them that it was possibly exceeding the birth of both of my children.
Wow.
The wedding day and almost the Mets winning the World Series when I was 10. There's just an amazing revelation during that bonus emergency episode. And Eric, I want to let you get to your plugs, but I enjoyed a bonus emergency episode you did. I heard your Who Are These Free Beers? And when you and I first did a show together, we did an episode of Who Are These Podcasts. And I said that I love the way you come at things when you have an agenda. So your history with free beer and hot wings, one, gave you the frame of reference. You could relate to someone in that clip, but then also you just, maybe don't like some of the people involved.
Oh, no,
but
no.
I really enjoyed that. They really set up that poor girl who was just like, yeah, he didn't say Amelia Earhart. It was that simple.
Ugly. It was ugly. I'm glad you brought that up. Thank you so much for that, because it sure felt good on my end.
Yeah.
I'm the jilted lover. Fuck you. Fuck you.
And look, people who like the Dabbleverse, the WATP verse, WATB, we all love in-studio tension. Whether you grew up on Howard or O&A or both, you love when people are uncomfortable in the studio. And just she was in the right, but then I guess you're all butthurt about this.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I absolutely love it. So
Thank
where do
you,
people
buddy.
go to find content like that, Eric?
Well, I'm found everywhere. You download shows. Eric Zane Show podcast is available. I do the show 5 days a week. It's live every day on Twitch at 8 a.m. Eastern time. And then that audio becomes the audio podcast. So I also have a Patreon. If you get to the free show that I mentioned, you'll definitely hear about the Patreon. But it's kind of all a big pile of content that I put out there, and hopefully you'll enjoy it.
And my podcast, The Blackcast, BLADTCAST. We had a huge episode about the final Kiss concerts at Madison Square Garden. I chatted with my friend Rich Kosak, who's in a Kiss tribute band called Mr. Speed. He was in attendance at those shows. And I guess when you reach out to the Kiss Army, 1,500 people decide they need to watch in the first couple days. So I appreciate that. And of course, I salute the WATP Army for always being so supportive. And I've got a special live episode happening tomorrow at noon Eastern. I'll be talking about the horror classic Silent Night, Deadly Night, and I'll be joined by the Dabbleverse's own Carlos Danger, the insufferable
All right.
bastard himself. So check that out. But for now, it's time to be moving on. So let's get my winning super chat. Thank you to everybody who participated and enjoyed the show. I think whether more people are watching us than chat or not, I don't think it matters. I just want to remind you and Vivek Ramaswamy that every mic is a hot mic, but hell with that smile talking son of a bitch Carla. His bullying of a beloved A-lister has gone on too far. His beloved bullying of a beloved A-lister has gone too